Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. Her. And you know what, you all? This is it. We did it. We did it. We have gone as far as we can go in this traders camp, you know? And yeah, I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to talk about traders and everything that we got going on. Um, I also love my cup mug. Yeah. And you can get your cup mug or any of our beautiful cup merch at lanadcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And if you look to the right of the screen, there is a QR code. You can scan that and it'll take you right to the shop. Go to the shop, favorite the shop, buy your merch, do all the things. I appreciate you so very much. We are here talking Traitors Canada episodes 9 and 10, the finale week or the finale episodes of this amazing season. I will say, this season 8, this season, I was interested from beginning to end. I loved how everything went down. I was a fan of this. This was just good. It was just good. I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything about this season, from who were the traitors to who came out the win, who came out victorious. It was just good all the way around. So we're gonna get into it, but before we do, I need y'all to do me a favor. If you are a fan of any of the competitive reality shows that we talk about here, Traitors Canada, we're getting ready to go into UK traders and US traders. So it's trader season, y'all. So we're about to talk all things traders. Project Runway Canada is also what we're talking about. We just wrapped up Survivor and Amazing Race. We got a lot more things coming down the horizon, but if you're a fan of competitive reality television, subscribe to this channel. We would love to have you. We are on a mission to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. The end of the year is here. We're not there yet, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop asking because guess what? In 2026, I'll be asking again. We got a lot of fun things coming your way, as well as our end of year videos that we're going to be talking about the year of reality television this year. So you might want to stick around for that. Subscribe to this channel and hit the likes and the favorites and do all the things to say you support us. We truly appreciate that. Also, if you're a fan of Drag or Drag Race, we have a channel for you at the Cup Pod here on YouTube. And that link is also in the description below. You can follow that channel as well. And we would appreciate all the support across all the channels. Um, Follow us on our audio podcast links. Join our Patreon. Got a lot of fun things going on in our Patreon. A lot of fun things coming down the pipeline in the new year in our Patreon. So the time is now. The time is now to join the Patreon. If you're a fan of us and you want to see some fun things that we do behind the scenes and some fun things that we just do, period, follow us on our Patreon. This is the time to do that as well. And our audio podcast links, I said that already. Follow us on our socials at The Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. That will be great. And yeah, support us. We truly, truly appreciate it. Let's get into it. And yes, and yes. I was so excited because I knew that I was going to have a special guest. Well, not a special guest, but the person who always joins me. And well, I'll say joins me a lot in this conclave. It's my other shall I say other trader. They are here, so I'm going to make sure that they are included in what I got going on here. Not me. I know I'm taking my time. I'm building the suspense. I want you all to be suspenseful of who I'm talking about. No, it's Aneesa.
Hello.
It's Aneesa. Hi, Aneesa.
Hello, hello. It is I, Anissa Long, also known as MDV, your fellow friendly 5'3" trans, non-binary Filipino Canadian, mentally unstable hot mess, hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Scrubber, if you want to be specific, whole bird, if you want to be more specific than that. Sorry, I'm late. I was
It's
just making
okay.
myself, I was making myself a drink, in my lovely cup mug. I'm pretty sure Lana already said that you can get your very own at lanagcreations.etsy.com or your lovely bottle boss to. Um,
Ew.
yeah, I just made myself like a French vanilla cappuccino brought to you by Tim Hortons.
That's so Canadian of you. I love that.
Yes.
I love it. But yeah, we're gonna start talking about the season or the finale, 2 episode finales that I like to call it, of this amazing season of Traitors Canada. This was so good. I have enjoyed it from beginning to end, like I said. And Anissa, what did you think about the season?
This finale was pretty solid, actually. No, I am not disappointed in the slightest. Yeah, no, especially given how good everything was building up to the finale. I
Mm-hmm.
think this is probably my favorite Trader season that I've ever watched. I think
Mm-hmm.
I might be, yeah, yeah. I think I'll say that. Yeah, I think I will say that. It's up there for me with US season one.
Okay. Okay.
It might
I
be a
can see
hot take to
that.
some, but that's how I
It might
feel.
be a hot
Yes.
take to some, but I'm with you. I thought this season was so great and so good. I enjoyed it from beginning to end, and I just can't wait to talk about it. But let's get into it because I'm gonna bring us up because I want y'all to see how this played out. I'm gonna look. Anissa's gonna leave for just a second, but don't worry, I'll bring her right back. I'll bring her right back. I promise. I promise. Let's go right back. I promise. I promise. Well, there,
Here
there,
I am.
there. Right back. I promise. I promise. But yeah, so we just lost Venus in the last episode. Venus was banished, and everybody was like, yes, we got a traitor. We got a traitor. That's what we wanted. Everybody knows it. We're excited. Now, Venus is gone. Coco's by themselves. Coco has to now figure out who she could who she should bring into the conclave with her. And she goes for Dom, knowing that Dom has a shield, which I found was interesting. But she
Yeah,
goes for Dom, and she's like, "This Dom will be a good choice to bring into the conclave." So that's what we left off was Dom reading that he has to now go to the conclave for um a meeting, a secret meeting. And so we were all left with, will he, won't he? Well, we got that answer pretty quickly. He won't. He
he
said
won't.
no. He said no. I don't want to do that. Um, I don't want to become a traitor this late in the game. Um, I want to come in saying I'm a faithful, and I want to leave saying I'm a faithful. So he balled up his paper and tossed it away. He was like, no, no, thank you.
I
So
respect it. I
I did
respect it.
too. I did, especially knowing I couldn't be murdered. I got the shield. Like, you could try to
Hmm.
recruit me. I could say no, but I'm still in this game. And so I respected that move. I was like, absolutely. That's what you want. You can clearly make that move. And so Corinne has to come back and let Coco know. He said no. She's like, oh, okay. So what are my options? My options are either Chala or Meredith, because I don't think I want to do Jamal. And I don't know. I don't know. What do, the only I was interested why she felt her only two choices were Meredith or Chala.
I would think it's because they're the two that already had their names out there anyway.
Probably.
Um, yeah, I feel like they would have been like, oh, easy scapegoats kind of thing. In the case that, oh, name comes up again, they could banish them and they'll be like, oh, I'm a traitor and whatever. Um,
Hmm. I can see that.
yeah,
I can
yeah,
see
I could
that.
see that.
I could definitely see that as a thing. Um, so she did decide to go with one of them, which I was like, okay, work. Let's see how this turns out. And so but we don't find out till breakfast. We don't find out who she selects till breakfast. So breakfast starts, and Meredith and Chala come in together. They're super excited that they made it this far together, without blowing their cover of being together. um, then I think Dom and Hollywood come in next.
Yep.
And so they're all like, okay, cool. Still trying to figure out, sussing each other out in the process, as they're going through breakfast like you do. Um, but they still just like, I don't know who could come in next. Chala and Meredith was like, we do hope Lisette comes in because if she doesn't come in,
We're
we're
screwed.
in trouble. Oh, Sarah
Yep.
Nicole comes in with them too. So it's Sarah Nicole, and so or Jamal.
No, she was no, yeah. Sarah Nicole, I believe, was the. Oh no, never mind. I'm skipping ahead. My bad. Go
Yeah,
on.
it's okay. Yeah, no, yeah, because I think it was Sarah Nicole, Hollywood, and then Jamal comes in, and so then they were like, "We do hope Lisette comes in through this door because if Lisette doesn't come in, it looks like one of us did it." Blah blah blah. Lisette walks through the door, and she is the last person to come in, which meant Kara. They decided to murder Kara, and we finally find out who is the we, and the we decided to murder Kara. Chala took the offer, became a traitor with Coco, and they decided to kill Kara off in the murder. And I feel like Kara took it like, hey, I'm a team player. I don't need the
Oh,
money.
I love that for Kara, honestly. No, we love you, Mama K. If you do so happen to watch the pod,
Yeah. She was just
that
like,
K stands
hey.
for Cushy.
She was just like, yeah, I don't need it. And I'm a team player. I'll take one. I had a blast. It was great. No problem. I was like, okay, Kara. I mean, I guess when you don't need the money, things like this don't bother you that much. It's like, eh,
Yeah, yeah.
you win some, you lose some.
I'm a Paolo Perfección.
Right. Love you, Paolo. Because you my girl. But yeah. She was just like, okay, and so it was just a poof kind of thing. She's like, yeah, well, I'm out. So
I do want to highlight as well Jamal's reaction to that
yeah,
because
oh, please.
because he
Please.
was so onto Kara. He was so onto Kara. And the only one that was onto Kara and being like, "Oh my God, I was so wrong. I was so
Duh.
wrong."
It's like, duh, bro. Yeah. You were so wrong. Ugh. That was funny to me hearing how he was just like, I was like, yeah, she's not. She's never been. She was never. Why? I mean, like you just going on. She was never. But um, one interesting thing I want to point out is that when Coco recruited Kala, it was interesting how Coco made her believe she was also recruited instead of.
That was yeah, yeah. I'm glad you brought that up.
I was
But
like,
she's smart. She's smart for that.
she's
And
real
we get a
smart.
confession. Yeah, we get a confessional of her explaining why. And she says like, "Oh, I don't want them to think like, oh, I was the mastermind." If she says she was an original,
Right.
because I know everyone was like, "Oh, we have the chaotic one, we have the emotional one, and then we have the smart one."
And she did not want to be that smart one.
But she was.
But she was that smart one. I literally went into these episodes, and as I was going through episode 9 watching, I was like, this is Coco's game to lose.
Yeah,
This is Coco's game to lose because she is doing everything right. Even with the whole sabotage of with Kevin trying to sabotage her on his way out, she literally rose from the ashes. She like people she had turned it completely around. People went from maybe Coco, not possibly Coco. Nah, it's not Coco at all. Like in a few votes.
yep, yeah.
And it was like, wow, how she got that full turnaround was incredible to me. So I was like, it's literally Coco's game to lose at this point because she is eating, literally eating at every turn. Like she knows exactly when to flip on her fellow traitors. She knows exactly when not to do it. Like she was getting it. She knew how to talk to people, what made people believe that it couldn't possibly be Coco. Like she had people literally like, it's not Coco. It could never be Coco. Coco was not a traitor. She's a full blown fledged faithful. It was like, oh, she got y'all food. She got them food. And so watching them go through that, I was like, this is her game to lose. But we go to we see them all outside, um, talking. We have conversations between Coco Dom and Hollywood, Meredith and Dom, Meredith and Holly, just everybody, Chalo talking to people. Like they're all trying to suss out. It's not a lot of people left. So they're still trying to suss out you know, who's what, who's who. And all of a sudden, the mask people are back. And not only are they back, but they're back covering people's heads and snatching them away.
That was crazy. Oh, I would be so scared. I would be so scared.
Baby, I would be so scared and so claustrophobic. Like, put a bag over my head. I'm panicking the whole way. Like, do not do that to me. I'm panicked. I'm like, oh, I can't breathe. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh, let me out. Get me out of here. Like, I can't. Don't put a bag over my head. And
No,
no, no, no, no, no. But they drag them out. And I'm like, ooh, what is happening here? We haven't seen this before. And then all of a sudden, the scene changes, and we see everybody
we
went
see dolls. We
we
see
see
voodoo
dolls
dolls.
hanging, big voodoo dolls just hanging with people's names on it, and then they switch it over to everybody is now chained and tied up to this pole or whatever. I'm
Yeah, some
like,
kind of like post. Yeah,
what is going on here? Like, this is a game we hadn't seen before. Um, but they're all chained there, so the people come and take off their their head, the bags. And Corinne is like, I know you didn't think you weren't going to be kidnapped this season. I'm like, yes, I would have thought that I would not be kidnapped this season. I do think I would not want to be kidnapped, but she's like, I knew you didn't think you would not be kidnapped. I'm like, girl, girl. But they are now chained. And the game is explained as follows: you must now use these magnets that they have to toss at this red bag, which has a key. The magnet will connect to the clasp or whatever of the bag to help you pull it to you. And if you get it, you get the key and you get unlocked. You get to go and stab one of the voodoo dolls of the person who you don't want to get an advantage in this game. And I was like, oh. Now, I'm with Coco on this one. I don't need voodoo dolls in my life. Don't be bringing no voodoo dolls to me. I don't I don't want it. I don't need it. I'm good. Like, please, no thank you. But
Yeah, I don't believe in that stuff.
me either.
I still don't want it.
No.
It's the ambience of it all.
Yeah, I don't play with that. I don't play with that kind of stuff. So I'm like, yeah, leave that. That's okay. But um the game starts and they have only 30 minutes to do it. And every minute that is um that they
Every
lose,
minute that passes, yeah.
yeah, every minute that they pass that they lose, they get $1,000 taken away from this. I think it's $30,000 pot or $10,000 pot. I think it's ten
I
thousand
will,
dollar pot.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's $10,000 pot. So they have to take if they get it quickly, they get a lot of money. If they don't, they don't. And so the game starts, and they people are trying to get the bags. It's showing to be a little harder than they thought, and so they're trying and they're trying. The first person that gets a key that works on them is Kala, and she goes and she stabs Dom because she's like, "Look, Dom has had so many shields in this game. He don't need no more advantages." Stabs Dom. Dom's done. Um, I think Meredith is behind her. She stabs, or I don't know who. I don't know who. I don't know the order who got out or whatever. All I know is,
Uh, I don't remember. I remember Chala was the Meredith got the first bag and it unlocked Chala's lock.
hmm
And then I remember, I believe Coco was the next one to be free.
okay,
Um, I don't remember what happens afterwards, but we
but
end with
yeah, we end with everybody gets free except Jamal. Jamal is the last person freed. He's having a trouble, and we're down to like 1 minute left. So they have lost $9,000 before Jamal could get out. Try to get his key. He's working. He's having a hard time, but he figures it out finally. Gets it. Gets free, and the last person whose doll is not stabbed is Hollywood. So they get $1,000. Hollywood has the advantage um, because nobody stabbed him. I was like,
which
okay.
I'm actually surprised as well. Um, because everyone knows, like, oh yeah, Dom in Hollywood. Oh well, I'm actually wait, I'm thinking about it now. Maybe not everyone knew, but
Maybe.
everyone knew about Dom, so I guess that makes sense. I guess Hollywood just kind of got away with it because
Yeah.
he kind of had Hollywood kind of had that same amount of production that Dom had, if not maybe even more, especially in the first half of the season. Um, yeah, yeah, no, I'm surprised Hollywood got as much protection as he did, but props to him.
I mean,
Props to him.
everybody has been saying Hollywood can get away with anything, and he really can.
And
He
they're
really
letting it
can.
happen. They're letting it
They're
happen.
letting it happen. He gets away with everything, and it's like, okay. So Hollywood gets this big advantage that we don't know what it is until we get back to the house, and Hollywood gets to go into a room with Corinne, and she explains to him like, you have a choice. You have this dagger, which is going to be an extra vote, which your vote will count as two, or we have a shield. You get to choose one of the shield or the dagger, but whatever you don't choose, you have to give it to someone else. Now, Hollywood is the only person that knows the full rules or terms of this advantage, and but he gets to pick three people that he wants to talk to. And he has this suspicion. At first, he was like, I don't have a strategy of how to go about this. I'm just going to pick the people who I want to, pick their brains a little bit, know a little bit more about what's going on. And prior to him going into the room with Corinne, he has a conversation with Dom where Dom lets him know that he got recruited. Well, he was blackmailed, but turned it down for the
Hmm.
traitors. And so he tells Hollywood because he trusts Hollywood and Hollywood trusts him. And he's like, I just wanted you to know that this is what happened. I got a letter to get recruited, but I turned him down because I don't want to be a traitor. And I want to, I want to go into this game a faithful. I want to leave a faithful. And Hollywood was like, okay, cool. So when Don walks into the room and sees Hollywood sitting there, he's like, "Oh my God, did I just make a huge mistake telling him this? Did I just like, is he a traitor? And I'm about to find out. He's about to murder me. Whatever, whatever." But Hollywood brings in Chala, Dom, and Sarah Nicole because he has some doubts about Sarah Nicole as well, not fully trusting that she is not a traitor because she did some questionable things. Still, to me, still the whole people told me stuff, but I don't want to tell you on
It's
all
not
the.
just that. It was this episode in particular where Sarah Nicole kind of had some weird, like, I don't, some weird, like, patterns in her behavior.
Mhm.
I don't want to say it's like an outburst or a crash out or anything, but it's like a step down from that. Um, where she's like, "Oh, I'm fine if you guys vote me out. It's okay. I'm very exhausted.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna fight if you throw my name out there." And everyone's like, "That's suspicious. That's
that's
weird."
weird,
Um,
right? What do you mean?
because especially because we know Sarah Nicole now to be this like very cutthroat, conniving, but a solid faithful actually.
Mhm. Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
yeah.
you hear her say stuff like, "Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not really. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted," and which could be true. Which can be
Which
true.
can
Like
be true.
she could have been so exhausted because the game is draining. We're getting down to the end of it, and it's a lot of just dealing with the gameplay of it all. Could be exhausted. Could be so exhausted, but it just seems like a weird thing to say at this moment in the game. At this point, especially somebody who has been pretty solid, like you said, solid this entire time. But Hollywood wanted to feel her out a little bit. So he brings them all in separately and he lets them know that he asks them which one would they want to choose. If he can give them one, which one would they choose? So all of them, of course, said the shield. Like nobody really wanted the dagger because they were like, the dagger, I don't, both, everybody said the same thing. I don't really have an idea who the traitors are. I don't know who the traitor is, and I don't want to waste the extra vote if I don't really know what's going on. So I would rather have the shield, which, duh, who wouldn't want the
The
shield? I'm not gonna sit there and say the I want
the
the
dagger.
the dagger. I don't want the shield. Don't protect me. Hello? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Like that's crazy. But they everybody says they want the shield. Hollywood is like, okay, that's fine. He asked for their explanation, their reasoning. They told him, and that was that. And again, of course, Canada just does what Canada does. We zip right from that to the round table. I was like, oh,
Well, oh, we do get a bit of what is Hollywood thinking in this moment after going through just before the round table of like, oh. of course, I want the shield for myself, but
Yeah,
I will. I think I want to use this dagger for good, for like to kind of suss out the
where people,
traitors.
yeah, to see where they will vote, see what people vote, and like I don't think he needed to do that. Needed to give Dom the dagger because he knew where Dom was gonna go. Like Dom goes
Yeah.
where I go.
Hmm.
He needed to see where Sarah Nicole and where Chala would go. But everybody else, he was like, I know where Dom's gonna go. He goes where I go, and that's has been pretty solid with them this entire time. But we get to the round table, and Lisette. Oh, what we did not mention, which I'm so mad I didn't mention at the breakfast.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Oh my
yes.
God. When Lisette came into that room for the breakfast and she just went in on Meredith. Because Meredith, they that's still falling out from last time when when Meredith told her she don't owe her nothing, like because she changed her vote and she was like, "You owe me," and Meredith's like, "I don't owe you nothing," and she was like, "You could have showed some grace. I changed my vote for you," and da 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 da, and so she was going in on Meredith. Meredith was like, "I don't understand why you even talking like this because." Like if you don't like me, you don't like me. It is what it is. Like they just their dynamic is so it's frustrating. Watching
Yeah.
Lisette and Meredith this season was the most frustrating part of the season for me. I was just like, "Ugh, this is oh my god, please, one of them need to go." Like at this point, I was like, one of them need to go because it was just so frustrating, and so that of course filtered into the round table where Lisette was like, I don't like how I feel like the dynamic that we have is like taking me out of character. It's just not, you know, who I am, and I don't like it how it comes off. It, it basically boils down to they just don't trust each other. Like they
Hmm.
honestly just don't trust one another, which I'm like, that's fine. You don't have to trust everybody in the game, but and you shouldn't because most of the people are lying to you anyway. But you should. They just don't trust each other, and they don't really actually like each other, which is like okay. Um, but I do think they respect each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
It kind of weird. It's a weird dynamic. I don't think they, like I said, I think they respect each other, but I don't think they like each other. Um, But seeing them going back and forth and Lisette trying to, I guess, apologize in a way or trying to like calm down and like, this is just not who I am. I thought that it was like, okay, maybe they'll shift their, you know, the votes or however they feel about it. But then it shifted a little bit from Meredith to Sarah Nicole because Hollywood brought up some things about Sarah Nicole that he was kind of just like, mm. They asked Hollywood why he gave Chala the dagger because he did give Chala the dagger, and she didn't really want it. She was like, they were like, I ain't want this. Why you give it to me? After we found out why he gave it to it, it made sense to me. Once I heard his reason, I
Hmm.
was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It definitely made sense. But Sarah Nicole, I felt like she. Now you tell me if you think I'm wrong or not, but I felt like she pleaded her case pretty well in this situation. She was like, "I could only do what I could do. I'm a faithful. I have not lied in this game. I have uh some suspicions on Jamal here. Jamal, I love you, but I just find it very interesting how you were stuck on one person, found out you were wrong about that one person, and then it's like now it's silence from you. Like we don't hear anything from you. Like you're not speaking, you're not I don't know. I just have my suspicions on Jamal. And she said that when she was talking to Hollywood. She said that when she was around the house that we had talking, like her suspicions of this episode was strictly on Jamal this entire time. And so she was very consistent about that. And I felt like she was like, listen, all I can do is go about what I feel. And I thought her arguments were pretty like straightforward, solid, consistent.
Yeah, no, I agree. Um, I just don't know how much she could have done in that situation given how much she did beforehand. Because
Hmm.
I feel like that's kind of what some of these roundtables have come down to. Of like, oh, this is what happened beforehand,
Hmm.
regardless of how much they talk at the roundtable.
Right.
So it could very well be like, oh, someone's like catching strays all of a sudden, even though
Right.
we didn't hear their name at all until the
Right.
roundtable.
Right. But it was interesting. So we do as they talk and they go to the vote. The vote was pretty interesting.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
vote was pretty interesting because we did have Chala with the two votes, or her vote counted as double. And so we see the vote happening. Um, Lisette votes for Meredith.
yep.
She votes for Meredith. Meredith votes for Sarah
Lisette.
Nicole. Oh, Lisette. No, she votes for Lisette. Yes. She's
Yeah,
like, I just don't
Meredith
trust
votes.
you. Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
She's like, I just don't trust you. So she votes for Lisette. Chala votes for Lisette, which
Lisette.
counted two votes. So Lisette has three votes. Hollywood votes for Sarah Nicole. Dom votes for Sarah Nicole. And then Coco votes for Sarah Nicole. And so it's like, okay. So we have three votes, Sarah Nicole, three votes for Lisette, one vote for Meredith. So we're
And it's
tied.
interesting because also Sarah Nicole voted for Jamal, I
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
believe.
Sarah Nicole vote Jamal. But she been saying Jamal the whole time. So I wasn't
True.
surprised she voted for Jamal. She had been saying Jamal the whole time. So she, of course, if she didn't vote for Jamal, it would have been suspicious. Like you've been talking about Jamal this whole time, and now you vote for somebody else. So her vote for
Yep.
Jamal. Yeah. And so then it was a tie between Sarah Nicole and Jamal. I mean, and not Jamal, and Lisette. And so now Sarah Nicole and Lisette does not vote. Chala votes for Lisette. That's two votes. Meredith also votes for Lisette. That's three votes. Hollywood, Dom, and Coco. Well, Hollywood votes for um,
Sarah
Sarah.
Nicole.
Dom votes for Sarah. Coco votes for Sarah. And Jamal votes for Sarah. And yeah, banished is Sarah Nicole at this point in time. Bye, girl.
She kind of shot herself in the foot, but had she not, she would have done really well.
Yeah. But and it was crazy because Lisette was like, I was not gonna vote for Sarah Nicole. I don't think, and Sarah Nicole was like, I don't think neither one of us are traitors, Lisette.
Yeah.
So I just feel like we're both faithfuls, and we're just getting screwed right now. And
Hmm.
so Sarah Nicole goes up to the circle of truth, and she gets to announce that she is and has always been a faithful, and she hopes everybody here has a good game. And so she's gone. We find out that Sarah Nicole is the last person to to tell if they are faithful um
Yes.
or a traitor, because now we will go into nobody will say anything else from this point on. And yeah, it's
Oh,
you just never know. What
yeah,
did I
we
miss
got
something?
something. Um, not no, not really. But very shortly after Sarah Nicole leaves the manoir, Lisette says something which kind of
Mhm.
set some red flags off for her. I forget what she
Oh,
said, but she was like, "Oh, 1, 2, 3."
oh, she was like, I'm probably gone tonight. And if I am, it's
Yes,
one, two, or three. And she said, pointed to T'Challa, Meredith, and Hollywood.
Hollywood.
And Hollywood was like, what? Whoa. Okay. Okay. And that kind of set off a lot of what's gonna happen in this next episode. But we see Hollywood and Lisette, like Hollywood let Lisette have it. He let her have it
Yeah,
because he was like, "What you not gonna do is say it's me when I have done everything in this game to protect you." Which facts,
facts.
facts, because and I just I know what it is. Hollywood was like, listen here, we ain't finna let the black people go out like this, and we go all work together, even if we knowingly or unknowingly we go have this understanding that we go look out for each other. And Hollywood has been doing that because when Lisette's name will come out, he'd be like, I don't think Lisette is, like I don't think Lisette is a traitor. She doesn't have the mental wherewithal to be a traitor, like throwing it off, deflecting it off of Lisette and making sure like people see that if Lisette is gone, it's probably Meredith and like stoking the flame a little bit
Hmm.
so that she is protected as well. And the same thing that he was doing with Dom, he was doing with Lisette. And so it was like nice it was interesting to see that, but then it was also like, oh, I felt what Hollywood was feeling when she called him out, was like, you and you. And he was like, whoa, what you not gonna do is sit here and act like I have not been protecting you, and you putting me out there like that. That's just messed up. I honestly felt like Hollywood was a little hurt by that because he put in
Hmm.
a lot of work and effort to try to make the three of them be able to stay in this game. And I think he was a little hurt by that. Felt a little betrayal, if
Just
you
a little.
will, a little bit. And I was like, ooh, ooh. And so he went off, and she was like, "Well, I mean, she was trying to backpedal a little bit, but then she wasn't. She was kind of doubling down and backpedaling at the same time." So I was like, interesting, interesting. But I think she felt how hurt they were when she
Hmm.
said that. And so it's kind of like, oh, I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings or anything. That's just the feeling that I had. Um, but another conversation that was going on that was also interesting was Coco talking to Meredith, and Chala was like, listen, uh, Dom and Hollywood are like a duo. Like they're close. And we eventually, I think she was talking to Chala, like we eventually have to break them up at some point.
Yeah, I actually really like that they're making this whole like they're making a really big deal out of the final fire.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh, I want to. We have to consider like who's coming to us at Final Four when we all like, oh, vote to end the game or vote to banish, because now there's like, oh, some of these duos in the game like Meredith and Chala and Hollywood and Dom. Um, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, to have them, everybody was thinking about the final push of this game, which you should. Like, you really,
you
this
should.
is this is the time you start thinking about that.
Yeah,
And
I think this is the first time I've heard like people actually strategize that, if you will.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I love this. I think the game play in this season has been really good, and then especially in this
Yes.
episode, hearing them talk about the final fire and how they need to be weary of people going in as duos. And it was fun to hear. It was fun to hear, and I really appreciated the gameplay and the strategy that was going behind it. But I also don't like that we heard all this strategy and then it was like, but then people are too scared to pull the trigger on certain
Yeah,
things too. Because
it's weird. It's weird because it's so late in the game. I feel like that's where you need to pull out all the stops. I
mhm,
don't know if it's just me, but that's how I'm feeling about it. About it.
absolutely. But I also feel like here's where the good gameplay came into play because Hollywood told everybody that it was a dagger and a shield, but he didn't tell them what he did with the shield. He didn't like he was like
Mhm.
he was a choice. He was like, it's a choice. I could have given it away. I didn't have to, but I could have. So people didn't know. And only three people, or now two, because Sarah Nicole is gone. Only two people who knew about what the shield and the shield and deck was Dom and Chala. And so they just he didn't really know what they were going to, they didn't really know what a shield was. And if Hollywood had it, did he give it to Dom? Because they know Dom is protected. Hollywood could be. So they didn't know who they could kill. Like if they were going to try to murder one of the two of them, they didn't know. They knew it'd be a risk, a gamble of if they
Mhm.
gave it to the wrong person, if they tried to kill that person, they came back in, it's like, shoot. So when we had the traitors meet in the conclave, they were like, who do we kill now? We have to kill someone. Who do we kill? And I think that played in their mind because they didn't know where the shield was. Chala knew she didn't have it
Yeah,
because she
yeah,
got the dagger. But they didn't know
yeah.
what if Dom had it or if Hollywood had it. So that took them both off the table. Chala knew she can't kill Lisette because if Lisette
Lisette's a
goes,
taking time bomb at this point. Yeah.
right, if Lisette goes, her or Meredith is in trouble. Chala didn't want to kill Meredith because that's her wife, but she didn't say that. But
Yeah.
and Coco was like, I mean, with Meredith and and Lisette in the game, it protects you as well, Chala, and that rival still goes on. So it was only one person that was the perfect person for,
Yeah, yeah. It really only came down to one person.
and honestly, there's really like no need to. Yo, Jamal was murdered. I'm sorry. He was murdered. It literally was nobody else they could have murdered at this point. That didn't make sense.
Hmm.
And breakfast was very quiet anyway. Like everybody came in, yay, Lisette walks in very somber, very like because after her blow up with Hollywood, she didn't like that. But yeah, she walked a little somber. Jamal's gone. Nobody's surprised. Not really. Um, it was interesting. It was just interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
Just it didn't really say they like it really didn't do much, didn't really change the outcome of the game or anything. It was just interesting. Um they Look, anything you
S-
want to add?
yeah. I was thinking six people left, two duos, and I guess two wolves, if you will, in Coco and Lisette, who trust each other anyway. So I
Yeah,
guess it's like, oh, you're going into final six with three duos.
right. Which is very weird because I'm not Coco. Lisette believes Coco is a faithful through and through. So
Hmm.
for Coco to get rid of Lisette is crazy because you knew that's a vote for you in the end. It's like, yeah, this person
Yep.
will believe I'm a faithful through and through, so I'm not gonna get rid of that. But yeah, and the crazy part is we have one well known duo in Dom and Hollywood.
Yeah,
Tala and Meredith are a duo, but they're very much a secret duo because nobody knows that they're that close.
but also people know that they a lot of their like patterns have kind of aligned with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like a
They
lot of
do.
their behaviors and their voting patterns have kind of aligned with each other. So people
Absolutely.
are pitting like Chala and Meredith together because they have been seen together a lot. So
Yeah, absolutely. So, um, once we finish that, they go to dinner. Dinner. They get all dressed up and being in a fancy, fancy duds, and they go to dinner. And I put that in air quotes when I say dinner. Um, Everything looks, I guess they say, it looks delicious on the table. It looks great. They come in, they sit down. Corrine comes out, and she is like, "Welcome to your last supper." And then she rips the tablecloth and pulls everything off the table. And there's words on the table, and then the walls collapse. And they realize we're not in a room for um, dinner, we're in this big studio. And I was like, okay, this is
yep, yep.
cinema. This was so cinematic and theatrical. Like, whoosh, walls
Major
collapse.
props up to Corinne. Major props up to Kevin for acting it up so well.
It was very much a theatrical moment. Come to find out, this is also a challenge, and they're gonna have to play 5 games or 5 little mini games.
Yes. Um, I realized it's in a way kind of a callback to the very first challenge, where it's almost kind of based on the five like groups. If you remember,
Yes,
there's
yes.
there's the logic, there's the
Hmm.
math, there's the observation, the social, and the physical.
Yeah, and that is very much a callback to that because we do have those same actual things. They have 30 minutes where they have to try to complete these all of these different tasks. And if you get the right answer, a dagger looks like it's falling from the sky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that okay. I zoned out when they were explaining that part. So when they got some of the like questions right and whatever, I was surprised. Like I was taken out of my seat when the dagger fully fell
I was like,
on the
oh.
canvases. I said, "Oh, it's like that."
I was like, oh, we have precision here. Let's toosh. I was like, oh, that's gaggy. But it was interesting. But every time you get the question right, you have to sacrifice one of the players in the game. So they have to now leave and they can't help participate in the rest of the challenge. And so the first one that they decide to do was, well, they started with the pictures, but then that was taking a little long. So then they moved on
Hmm.
and they went to the one where they had to guess
The riddle.
the riddle. Right. And it was
Yeah.
from that was a callback from the church um riddles and
Yep.
things. And
Yep.
so I think it's always around you in clear. It's very
Yeah.
clear.
It's always with you clearly, or something like that.
And so they first
And
thought it was spirit. That wasn't right.
love the heart behind it. Love Coco.
Hmm.
Obviously that's wrong.
Because
I knew instantly. I knew instantly what it was because I've seen that riddle before prior to this season of the
okay.
Traitors. Because I love myself I love myself a riddle. Yeah, no, I knew instantly it was Shadow because
Okay.
clearly it's there.
It is
It's
there all the time. There it
all
is.
the time.
Mhm.
But they're like, oh, it's clear. Like you can see through it.
Through
Like
it. They're like, no, no, clearly you can see it clearly. Um, but they did get Shadow. Coco went and took a seat, took the dagger, took a seat. Then they went to the
They
uh
went back to the pictures.
back to the pictures. They almost had it right, but one or
They
two of them
almost
were
had it
out of
right. Yeah.
place. Yeah, one or two of them were out of place. So they moved on again to the math.
No, they went to the boats.
Oh wait, they went to the physical one because that one they were like, this is easy. We can
Oh
just
yeah, they did
physically.
that too.
Yeah,
Okay, in
they should have
retrospect,
did
they
that
should have done
first.
that first. They should have done that first because it requires the least brain power.
Yes, they should have just did that first, but they did it second. They pull it, they get it up. Dagger falls, and um, who goes to sit down? I think Lisette. I
Oh,
think
trying to
either
remember.
Chala or Lisette goes to sit down. I think it was Chala.
Yeah, I I believe it was Chala.
Well, I think it was Chala. So she goes and sits down, and then they do the math one, and then they just happen to guess. No, it was Lisette first because she was like, "I don't want to do the math, so if I can sit down,
Oh
I'll
yeah,
do
yeah,
the
yeah.
math." So then they do the math one, and they guess it correctly with very like 30 seconds left. They guessing it.
Okay, but granted, they kept on like cycling through numbers.
Yeah,
Um, because they were like, oh yeah, it's a 5-digit number and it's close to around how much we've made in the pot. And at that point, it was just we're gonna keep cycling through and go like lower and lower until they eventually got it.
yeah, they got it. Time runs out, so it's three people at the table with daggers, and they put the dagger in the board. And so Corinne tells the three people who was sitting at the table to spin it, to rotate it. They rotate it. Gold comes up. They won $6,000 more, bringing their total to 93,000 plus dollars. So good on
Yeah,
them
but
for
I believe it's
93,000.
$93,100.
Yes. So love that for them. They get $93,100, for the pot, and everybody's happy about that. Um, I'm trying to think if there was conversation in between because I'm not recalling that because everything moves so fast in Canada for me.
Yeah. Not a whole bunch happens. I think it's just it just comes down to like, oh, everyone's talking about Endgame,
Right.
especially that final fire.
Yeah. And so we see him at the round table. And honestly, it's like, listen, everybody has an idea of who they think it is. Just go with your heart. Dom is like, I can only do so much. I can only, you know, and oh, Chala and Coco do have, well, Chala and not Lisette and Meredith have a conversation because they want to have it. They know the order of which they want to know, vote out people. And so it was like Dom,
Hmm.
Lisette, Coco. That's the order that they were going to do it. And so
Hmm.
Chala had mentioned that to Coco, was like, we got to get rid of Dom tonight. And Coco's like, yeah, we'll do that. We got to get rid of Dom. And that's just, she was going to show Chala that she wants to go to the end with her. She wants to split the money with her. She's not trying to, kick her out or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I think it was like a whole like what because I remember Meredith was like, oh, I think our best way to get Chala and I both into the final two, like to become the
Mhm.
final two, is if Coco like stays with us as a block in a way.
Right.
And then they just really had to convince one other person after that, which I believe was Hollywood,
Yeah, I
or
think
it
it
was either
was.
Hollywood or Listen. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And so they were, they had got it all set, and we went into the round table. It wasn't a lot of time before talking at this round table because I think a lot of people
no,
already had their minds made up of what they were
yeah,
going to do.
yeah,
And so the vote happens. Lisette votes for Meredith. to no one's surprise.
No one surprised. Nope.
Um, Meredith votes for Lisette.
What's going on?
Did she vote for Lisette or Don? No, she votes for
She voted
Dom.
for Dom.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
votes for
yeah,
Dom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She votes for Dom because she was like, I'm all for Lisette. I'm not, you know, I'm all for
yeah,
her. And so she votes for Dom.
yeah.
Coco votes for Dom.
Yes,
Shala votes for Dom.
yes.
Hollywood votes for Meredith.
Meredith and Dom votes for
And
Meredith,
Dom votes for Meredith. So we are
which
again
means the
tied.
third round table in a row, and we have a tie.
Three ties. Just three ties in season three. It's like, okay. So they have to revote. Corinne lets them know if we revote and the vote stays the same, Meredith and Dom are both safe, and you have to vote. We will have to vote for somebody else. So Hollywood stays the same. Dom.
Hmm.
I mean, not Dom. Meredith.
Yeah, yeah.
Chala stays the same. Dom. Uh, Lisette
Lisette stays the
stays the
same.
same.
Meredith
Meredith. And
and
Coco,
Coco flips.
she flips it. She said, I know I said what I said, but unfortunately, Meredith is you.
Yeah,
So,
I think for the trader's sake, Coco absolutely would have been screwed if it went to
oh,
that tie.
oh, absolutely.
Oh, both of them actually, Coco
Absolutely.
and Chala. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It would not have looked good for Coco or Chala if they went to that deadlock.
yeah, they had to. And I feel like this was the smart move for Coco to get rid of Meredith at this point because if they went to the end, the final fire with Meredith, Chala, Coco,
We know what's happening there.
we
We
know what's
know what's happening.
happening. Meredith and Chala is voting for Coco.
Yeah,
And then Chala is going to win the whole thing by herself, but it doesn't matter because Meredith is her wife and she was getting half anyway.
yeah.
So,
Now
yeah.
yeah. After that roundtable, I was like, oh, Coco is screwed. Doesn't matter which way. Like
Yeah.
even like at final, like I'm thinking because really only if Lisette's there, maybe she has a shot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's so I feel like it's gonna be hard to kind of get in for Coco and Lisette to get in sync with each other, especially because I don't think they
Right.
don't
And then
have that like time to talk anymore. Because after was it? They're still in that round table. They're still at that same
they're
round
still at
table
that table.
at five, and
Right.
they had to banish one more person, and then it's final fire. I don't know if they. I forget if they have that time in between. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's
Yeah, no.
straight to final
Straight
fire
to the final
after final
fire.
five.
It's like you don't have time to talk about anything. Everything that you got to say is has to be said at this round table. And then even at this round table, they don't have a lot of time to talk. They
Yeah.
plead their cases at the round table. So it's kind of like, okay, we got to just get on the same lane. And so when we see Meredith is gone, she can't say if she's a traitor or not. She just has to leave. Um, so we go right into the next vote, and people are talking, and it's like, Dom is like, listen, Chala, because you voted for me, and I don't know if you were going to, continue to vote for me. And so so what? She was like, well, no, I was that's not what it was. It was just that was when I vote one way, it's hard to change my mind midway. Like that's I don't do things like that. And I
Yeah.
don't think she said anything like super offensive or super sus. But at that point, in Dom's mind, I know for sure it's like you vote for me, I'm gonna vote for you. You just
Hmm.
voted for me
Yeah.
twice, so I'm going to vote for you because you got my name in your mouth. So I'm even if you switch it and don't vote for me this time around, I'm still voting for you because I don't think you know. And so it kind of was like that whole I don't know if there was anything she could have said.
I don't think so because they were already on T'Challa anyways,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like, especially with Coco, it's like, oh, she kind of drew that line. There was no point in her kind of switching back to T'Challa
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or switching back to T'Challa's side.
Right.
Um, yeah.
So the vote happens that quickly, and Lisette votes for Chala. To no one's surprise. Chala votes for Lisette. Hollywood votes for Chala. Dom votes for Chala. And Coco votes for Chala as well. And Chala is now banished from. What I hit? I hit the wrong one. Oh, I went the wrong way. Let's go the right way. Yeah, I took it back. There we go. Let's go the right way. Chala gone. I'm not surprised. Just the
I'm not
way.
surprised either.
I'm just like, yeah, yeah. So she's gone, and we are gone to the final fire. And Anissa, this
Lana,
is what I did not expect this to happen to go down this way.
I was not expecting things to go down this way either.
I was like,
And this is coming from everyone,
yeah,
from everyone in that Final Four.
I was like, wait, what? What just okay? So we get down to the final fire, and Corinne, of course, is explaining like you have two pouches before you. One is to keep banish to banish, and one is to end game. You pick the pouch you want, and if we want to end the game, we'll end. If one person wants to banish, we vote again. Like that's just as simple as that. And we're down to four, and we Lisette goes and pours her contents of the pouch into the fire, and it's red. And I'm like, absolutely, it should be red. Sure, definitely. The first, you always vote red on the first vote, right?
Hmm.
Absolutely. You vote. So it's red. Hollywood goes next. It's red. Coco goes and she pours it and it's green. And I said,
Oh, Coco.
oh, Coco just lost.
Oh.
Oh, I said Coco just
No, because
lost.
even before
Oh,
that, when Lisette went first and she revealed the red, she said, "Oh, you saw her face,"
yeah.
and she said, "Oh,
Oh. And
I messed up."
I was like, what do you mean? Oh. And then when she poured it, I was like, oh, oh no. Oh no. I said, Coco, I was rooting for you. I thought this was gonna be the game you win. And this move right here, what do you mean? You go, oh no. So then Dom goes and pours it in, and his is red. And I'm like, oh shoot. That just like to me, the only reason you go green is because you know you're a trader and everybody else is not.
And I think that's what Coco did. It's beyond me, and love you, Coco. It's
Love
beyond me how she didn't think like, oh, they wouldn't think like everyone else there is not a traitor kind of thing.
right,
Like, there's no way that Hollywood and Dom thought everyone there is not a traitor.
right,
Like, they may be clear of you, Coco, but what about Lisette? They could do the red just to get out Lisette, you know? That could be a
right.
scenario. Obviously, that wasn't, but that could be the scenario.
It just it baffled me. And I think but the crazy part is, as much as I'm like, oh, she lost, we get to the votes. Dom votes for Coco. Coco votes for
No surprise there.
Hollywood. And Hollywood votes for Lisette. And I was like, oh, there's no way Lisette voted for Coco. She voted for Hollywood. I was like, she probably voted for Hollywood because she didn't vote. She's not gonna vote for Coco because
Yeah,
Coco.
she probably voted for either for Hollywood or Dom.
Right. I'm like, there's no way she voted for Coco because she was a staunch. I was like, Coco could get through this. She could actually get through this if Lisette doesn't vote for her. If she
Yeah.
votes for Hollywood, like, since her and Hollywood, I'm like, her and Hollywood just got to that thing, she might vote for Hollywood. Child, she votes for Coco. And I said, oh,
My jaw hit the floor. My jaw hit the
oh.
floor when Lisette revealed she voted for Coco.
I was like, oh, oh my God. Oh, because I just knew Coco was winning this game. I just knew it. I just For Coco to get to another final and not win,
Another fun.
another final and
That's
not
her third final.
that is unbelievable. Oh my and all if she would have just made it red, they could have voted for she could have voted for Hollywood, and I think Lisette would have voted for Hollywood.
Right.
And it could have been but child, yeah. She did not close it right. She did not close this game right at all. So she is now
No.
gone. So now it's between Hollywood, Dom, and Lisette. And first of all, let me just say, period.
We love to see it. Love to see
Period.
it. Especially
Period.
for Canada. Especially for Canada.
Period. I was like, whoa. Yeah, I was like, love it, love to see it, here for it. Yes, yes, ma'am. Um, but we see them go through the pouches again. And here's I love it. We don't trust each other either. We don't trust none of us trust nobody. Lisette goes red, Hollywood goes red, Dom goes red. They're like,
We know how this plays out.
mm-mm. And so Lisette was like, you vote for me, I'm voting for you. So she votes for Hollywood. And Hollywood was like, I ain't changing my mind because I don't, you stabbed me in the heart. I believe you. So he votes for Lisette. And it comes down what Dom is going to do. And Dom is like, the person, he said, I love you, Lisette, but I voted for you. And Lisette is banished. And I was like, ooh, we could have split this three ways.
I know.
They could have split this three
They could
ways.
have.
They
They could have had $31,000 each.
If she didn't go against Hollywood, I think they would have been happy splitting the three ways.
Yeah.
If she didn't say nothing about Hollywood, he would have been perfectly happy to split the three ways with them.
Yeah.
But her mentioning Hollywood at that round table, it I think it hurt him. It hurt them a little bit more, and it felt like betrayal to them. It's like because I
Yep.
have been working very hard for you in this game, and it felt like betrayal.
Hmm.
And so Lisette was out, and that just left Hollywood and Dom, and both of them are like looking at each other like, "Are
Don't
you?
do this to me.
Don't
Don't
you
do
do
this
this
to
to me?
me.
Don't you do this? I have been rocking with you. We've been rocking together. Don't play me." Like, and so Dom gets to go first, and Dom is like, so oh my god, because I hope I'm not crazy. We've been rocking left. We went left, and I'm, I've been there. I've been honest and true. I'm a faithful. And Hollywood was like, we went left, we went left, we went left, and now we right. And I was like, and he said, we, I'm a faithful. And I was like, I was so happy with this outcome. I was so beyond happy with this outcome because I've seen Dom on two shows and not win. And now and Hollywood has just been one of my favorites since the beginning of the season. I was like, I'm rocking with this one.
Yep. And
Rocking
obviously,
with it.
we know Hollywood since Canada's Drag Race. I've known
Yes.
Hollywood actually before Canada's Drag Race, actually. Um,
Period.
yeah, but we love Hollywood on the pod even prior to Traitors Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So happy to see them both strive in this victory.
Oh, and they did it so well. Like the
They
this
yeah, they
this
deserve this
the
win.
second half of this game for them was incredible. It was
Absolutely.
absolutely incredible. They ate it up. I was just like, yes, 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 and yes. Oh, it was so good. It was so good to see. And I don't did you watch the things where they told them who the traitors were?
Um, I did. I only watched it once, and I couldn't find the video again.
Yeah, I just saw it on YouTube today and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Um Seeing their reaction that Coco and Chala were the traitors and finding out that Chala and Meredith were married was crazy.
Yeah.
It was
If anything,
crazy.
I think finding out honestly everyone's reactions to finding out Chala and Meredith are a married couple was better than watching the reactions of like, oh, that's the traitors or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Because for a
Like
lot
I
of
know
people,
I
like,
still
oh, I
get
knew.
yeah. It's so weird because every time I'm scrolling on Instagram Reels, Shaughnessy keeps popping up and Kitten keeps popping up. I don't know why, but they both their reactions of trade of the traders and the couple keep popping up. I don't know why.
Interesting. Interesting. It was just funny to see. I love seeing the reactions because I think you're right. I think more people were more shocked about Chala and Meredith being married than who the traitors were because it was like, oh, with the traitors, they're like, oh, I had an idea. It was probably this person. Oh, I had an idea. But everybody was like, Coco ate as a traitor, which she absolutely did. I think she did a really
She
good
did.
job as a traitor. But it was like, oh my gosh, we 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 kind of knew about Charlotte. She got suspicious towards the end, but they're married. What? Like that was the gag of
It
all
was
gags of the season.
it was kind of similar to the to season two of Canada's of Traitors Canada, where you had Nick and Kira
Yeah,
being siblings and
yeah,
no one knew. And they even made it pretty far in the game too, where Kira got out at 8, Nick was the last one murdered at 7. Um,
hmm
yeah, I love this.
I
This was
love it.
great. This season was
This
great.
is so great. This is such a great season. It was so. It was so entertaining. I was entertained. This is
Absolutely.
this definitely got me in the mood for Traders season because we are in Trader season. We're wrapping up Canada. We're gonna have UK and US starting next week.
That's
So
right.
I'm in the Traders spirit. So I'm excited
I'm
to
getting in there
watch.
too. Yeah.
I can't wait to watch UK. I cannot wait to watch US. Look, Anisha, you gotta join me for at least one of them, US or UK,
I'll
and
try my best to. I'll try my best to.
we will do it because like I've enjoyed you this season. We haven't had a Kiki this
We
season.
had a good Kiki.
And so I'm here for it. So I hope you come back and join me for the other seasons. But y'all, this season of Canada is a wrap. We are done. We are done it. It was amazing. We loved it. And I can't wait for the rest of the seasons of Traders to come. And I hope you all will join us for the rest of the seasons of Traders to come. We will be getting our schedules together and ready, and we'll let you know when we will be doing Traders UK and Traders US. I know UK starts on the 1st, US starts on the 8th. So it's happening.
Oh,
It's
okay.
happening. So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be checking that out. We're gonna be following that. Um, but we hope you subscribe and follow us. Subscribe to this channel and all of our channels here on the Cup Network. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links. Join our Patreon. We got a lot of fun things going on in the Patreon, y'all. I'm telling you, a lot of fun things going on, a lot of fun things to come in the new year. We are when I tell you we working hard behind the scenes to get stuff out, we are doing it. So check us out on our Patreon. Follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can follow Aneesa or myself if you'd like. We appreciate that, but we appreciate all the engagement and all the support. Please, please support us. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to get your merch at lanagscreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. Get your mug or your bottle. And the QR code is in the right hand side of the screen. So you go and get there as well. And on that note, we're going to get out of here because we got more traders things to do. So we will see y'all next time. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Bye.